Hello, hello, hey, beautiful people. It's Foster. I hope you are doing well. Yesterday on Inglês no Rádio, we had what I thought was our first Portuguese guest, but I was severely mistaken because I forgot about Virgínia França, one of our favorite people in the world. So if you listened to yesterday's episode, and I said that João was our first Portuguese guest, in fact, he was not. Virgínia was our first. So today and tomorrow, we are going to play Virginia's episodes because I feel really bad, and these are just fantastic episodes, and Virginia is a beautiful person. So we will get on with the show after a quick word from our sponsors.
Olá, olá! Bom, o Cambly continua com a nossa super, hiper, mega parceria que a gente adora falar aqui para vocês. E como vocês já bem sabem, nós temos uma aula de graça para oferecer para vocês lá no Cambly. E o Cambly funciona como uma plataforma online 24 horas por dia, só com professores nativos da língua inglesa. Ou seja, você entra lá, escolhe um professor ou uma professora para conversar, para falar, para tirar dúvidas, para estudar gramática, phrasal verbs, vocabulário, conversação, o que for. E aí, você usa o nosso código de desconto, que é Inglês no Cru Podcast. Você vai lá no seu perfil, depois de criar seu perfil bonitinho, vai em minutos grátis e coloca Inglês no Cru Podcast. Dessa forma, você pode aproveitar uma aula de graça maravilhosa com o Cambly.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Inglês no Rádio. Today I'm with a very special guest, Virgínia. Virgínia, I don't know your last name.
França.
Virgínia França.
Yes. I have a weird name.
Yeah.
So Virginia like the state from the US and França like the country, the European country. But it's a family name, so yeah, I'm basically a small, tiny world.
Cool. Okay, so Virginia, I have been in Portugal for almost 4 months now, and Alexia and her dad and I, we kind of have this joke that you're like the most interesting person in the world.
Oh my God. So you haven't met a lot of Portuguese.
Not really. We don't have many friends.
Well, I'm weird. So I have a lot of things that I love, a lot of things that I like, and I love to learn a little bit more, to be even more awkward.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty much people from Porto. We are like that.
Yeah. I think you are an exaggerated version of the weirdness of Porto, which I love. I'm super weird, very awkward.
So good.
So can you tell us just a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do?
I'm almost 40.
Let's start with obviously what Virginia.
Because my CV, it's really God. Yes. So I've studied computer science at university.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I don't speak before that because God, people will definitely see that I'm crazy. So I was still in university and I was invited to program in a company, and that was when I felt that I love programming, I love the logical part of it, but being locked in front of a computer without people made me want to try something different.
Yeah, I'm still at that phase in my life.
You're young.
Yeah.
So I went to study psychology then, social psychology, while I was working. So I started as a part-time job in a company. I worked there for 15 years. I was a general director of the company. I was managing teams and responsible for all the management of the company, for retailers in Portugal, for presenting collections in showroom. I was responsible for a bunch of things, which was awesome because I learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But, the advantage in Portugal is that salaries are never good and never so great.
Yeah.
So you're not so afraid of trying something different. And I needed something more, something of my own.
Yeah.
So decided to quit 15 years later. So a job for the rest of our life, as usually people wish. And well, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
So I wanted something. I wanted a little bit more of adventure, but also working directly with people that were beginning their own businesses, because that's what I do. What I think that I do best. It's the analysis part.
And I
That's-
can agree that that is what you do best, I
Oh,
believe.
thank you. So I decided that I wanted a designer's shop.
Yeah.
Thank God that I met Tanya in the time that she was closing the shop, because both businesses were growing, and so she had to choose one. She chose the co-working space.
Okay. Can you just take a step back?
Oh, yes.
Who is Tanya? And so just to
Yes.
explain, Alexia and I are working in a co-working space called Cru, and there is a store in the front of the co-working space, which is Virginia's, and that's more or less the scene, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So Crew exists. It's going to be 8 years in January,
Yeah.
and I'm here for the last 4.
Nice.
So
Can I give you a quick English correction?
yes.
So this is really difficult for me because,
No.
as you can tell,
Thank you.
Virginia speaks excellent English. You said, I'm here for the last 4 years. In this case, the most natural way to say this would be, I've been here for the last 4 years,
Thank you.
because it's an ongoing
Yes, it's
thing,
on,
right?
yeah.
Cool.
Makes sense.
Anyway.
Thank you.
You've been here for 4 years.
Yes.
How's it going?
Oh, great. I'm loving each minute of it. I'm loving the fact of finding new independent designers, of giving them an opportunity to show themselves to basically to tourists all around the world.
Yeah.
Because fortunately now Porto is a touristical spot, and we have been a lot of guides are talking about us now, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And a lot of worldwide magazines like Madame Figaro from Japan, like The Lonely Planet, but this is one of the shops not to miss. One guide in Japan too, Marie-Claire Ridet, The Monocle, also talked a little bit about us. So
Yeah. Well,
it's a
shit.
good thing.
I don't know if English no Kuruhaju can compete with Marie-Claire and all of these
Oh
Japanese
no, you're
magazines.
much awesome, much more, much better.
Everyone knows.
Because yes, of course. And if they don't, I'm here to tell that yes, because you work like I work directly with independent designers. And so when I present their work to people, the best part about it is that I try to show them the soul that the thing has. Because when you go into a big shop,
right.
you don't know who made your thing that
You don't
are
know
buying.
who made it, where
Yes,
it's from.
yes. So the best thing, what I love the most, is to tell people about the people behind it, about who did it, why did it. I work with a lot of independent designers that came like, I have a biologist that does jewelry. Fortunately, she was born in Portugal, so fortunately, she couldn't find a job as a biologist.
Yeah.
And I say fortunately because she really found out her talent, what she loves to do, and she's really good at it.
Yeah.
So we have architects doing jewelry, doing lamps. We have a lot of really different people.
Tons of cool clothes.
Yes.
Plants.
So mainly sustainable and eco-friendly. So that's how I'm trying to go, because we have to do something to save the planet, and step by
Yeah.
step.
We
I
have
hope
to
we
do
can
what
get
we can.
there.
It's not going well so far,
Oh,
thanks
God, no.
to several
Yes.
presidents that come up on the show a lot.
Yeah,
So-
well, but probably, and now I have the opportunity to say sorry, because probably he was in Portugal and we play a lot with saints. So we always say that there's no such thing as global warming. It's St. Peter's fault. And probably one of those believed us. Sorry for that. It was a joke.
Yeah. I've been blaming Trump this whole time, and it was St. Peter. Who
Yes.
knew? Go figure. So, just to make it really clear, if someone walks into your store, and I see this every day, a lot of people from all over the world walks into your store. If someone asks, what is this place? What is this store? How would you describe it in like a fast, good,
Yes.
clear way?
I always say that this is what we're doing to fight the crisis once and for all. So
Awesome.
this is where you can see what Portuguese independent designers are doing, what they are changing in themselves to show you the best that Portugal has to offer. We've always been good in production. We've always worked with quality. We never had the money to buy machines, so a lot of the things are handmade still. And then I present some really key projects because it shows that everything that I have is made by people, by real people.
Yeah.
So people that are really working their asses off. I don't know if I can say this.
You can say ass, you can say shit, whatever you want.
So they are trying to stay, they're trying to change whatever they have to change to make this country a little bit better, because we have a lot of advantages in Portugal. You can still go out at a street at night alone and you feel safe. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, you can't say that of a lot of countries, even inside Europe.
Yeah.
So we still have good food and good wine. We are producers. So it's
Excellent
still
food,
cheap.
excellent wine. It's cheap. It's much
So
safer than Brazil.
we have the sea, we have the rivers. So there's a lot of really good things that it's worth to fight for.
Yeah, I
So
think that's amazing.
here you can find 56 Portuguese independent designers and 2 projects of social responsibility that we felt that it made sense to support them too. So going back a little bit, so of course your podcast is so much better than Marie Claire or Madame Figaro because
Thank you. I didn't want
you're
to say that.
interviewing real people. You're showing real projects, real people, real stuff to everyone.
Yeah,
And teaching them, which is awesome,
we're trying.
by the way.
We're trying. So one of the things I think that you do that's so amazing is everybody, it does not matter if you are like super on the right politically, super on the left. Everybody supports local business. My dad's a local businessman. Everyone likes the idea,
Yes.
but it's not something that people actually put into practice that much. And you're
Yes.
putting your money where your mouth is. You are walking the talk, talking the walk. I don't know which one it is, but you're kicking ass. It's awesome. I think it's really cool.
Thank you. Now I'm getting emotional.
So let me ask you, as someone that's been starting and still in the process of starting our own businesses, what's been the most difficult thing about leaving a nice corporate job? You're responsible for a lot of things and going out on your own.
Starting.
Starting or maintaining?
No, starting.
Yeah.
The start, it's always the difficult part. And the first year always makes you questioning your decision. If not, it's because you're not doing your job correctly. Because business that has likes to go, I don't know. This is a very Portuguese expression.
No, in English we just say if it has legs.
Oh, yes.
That means it's
yes.
ready to run.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you have to have it's like building a house. You have to have a great foundation to really build a big house. If not, it will fall. No matter how much effort you put into it, you can never start a house from the ceiling. So a business, to start your own business, it's hard. It's really hard. I'm not going to lie. But you also get up every day thinking that you can try a different thing. There's no bosses.
Yeah.
So you can try. And if not, well, in the end, and that's why I've been changing a lot my careers along the years, not between.
Yeah. In that
Along
case,
here.
I would say along the years, or I believe in the US, we would say over the years.
Over the years. Okay, thank you. So I've been changing a lot because in the end, I can look back and tell, so try this, didn't work. Try that. Whoa, it was the best time, the best years of my life. Because I don't want to look back and see what if. It's this, if you ask everyone that's like breathing their last minutes, they always say, what if? That's, for me, that would be the hardest thing to take with me.
Yeah.
So I want to have a lot of histories to tell to my son. I want to tell him like, oh, so mommy, you know that moment that mommy decided to participate in a singing contest.
Is that a true story?
Yes.
Do you want to give us a quick 2-minute summary of that?
Yeah, it was a good experience. It was nice. So you have the American Idols in America.
Yes.
So we
Alexia is
had the
obsessed with
idols.
that.
We had the idols in Portugal. So I was in the second edition.
Really? What did you sing?
Oh,
Is this on YouTube?
no, thank God. That's why I talk about it now.
I'm going to find it.
So yeah, I have a problem with cameras. I really have a problem with cameras. I don't. To be on a TV show, you really have to be like you have to like yourself. So and I like the person I am. I don't like so much my outside.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
it's
that's why we
it's
have
just-
a podcast.
Yes.
I'm not comfortable being on camera.
It's so much easier. So that was mainly my problem in Idols. But I went through the castings.
Mm-hmm.
So I passed like 5.
Shit.
It was 2 in Porto and 3 in Lisbon.
What song did you start with for your first casting?
It was with Alicia Keys, Fallen.
I keep on falling in.
Yes. That one.
That is amazing. Virginia made me promise that she would not sing on the podcast, and that is
No, because I don't want you to lose
more
followers.
and more
believe
difficult.
me. You would. I went through and I really don't know how. So the other ones must be, probably they weren't.
Okay, that's fascinating. You have lived many, many lives in your one fascinating life.
Muito obrigada por ter escutado mais um episódio aqui do Inglês no e Cru Rádio. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. E agora chegou a hora, na verdade, que todo mundo estava esperando. Eu estava aguardando muito para gravar essa review especificamente. Bom, ela é toda em inglês, então vamos lá, preste atenção, hein? Fantastic podcast, especially for Brazilians learning English. I discovered this podcast 6 months ago while looking for a new podcast to keep me company during my time driving or doing manual tasks. I'm a fan of 10% Happier and The Minimalist. Alexia and Foster immediately captivated me, and soon I became addicted. They target Brazilians who seek to improve their English, especially aiming to improve their conversations with native speakers. They are very charming and nice people and bring a lot of great information about the English language and especially about pronunciation through very pleasant and fun conversations about their daily lives. Their great differential is to know in depth, Foster, I need your help here, in depth, the difficulties that Brazilians have with English, because as they say, our brain, whose mother tongue is Portuguese, tends to make specific mistakes. I learned a lot of very important and basic things about pronunciation that I had never learned before. Even living in the US for 3 years now and studying English since I was 12 years old. The podcast is interesting for all levels of learners. And the best is yet to come. They have an online English course called Sound School, specially focused on pronunciation and fluency with very personalized attention. It is worth checking. I'm attending my 5th week now and loving it. E a pessoa que escreveu isso, que é a nossa querida aluna, é a Lisiane Miotti. Muito obrigada, Lisiane. Nós gostamos muito, muito, muito. E hoje foi o nosso News and Reviews desse episódio, tá bom? Um beijo enorme em todos vocês, na Lisiane hoje principalmente. Bye!